Wait, the weapon. Okay.
Hello, how are you?
Oh my god, that took me ages. I'm so sorry. I think it's my internet because I don't know, no matter where I go, my internet is always bad. Even when I'm in London, for some
Oh,
reason, it's
oh
just seems
no,
me. I don't know why.
don't worry about it. I thought I was doing something wrong. I was like, I've never done this before, and embarrassing.
No, it's definitely my fault.
It is so nice to finally talk to you face to face. I have been like, I'm trying not to fangirl right now, but like, I've been listening to you for the longest time. I love your music, and you just seem so down to earth and kind, and lovely. So I'm so excited to do this little like Q&A with you.
No, I'm so excited. This is such a nice idea, and thank you for inviting me. It's just so amazing.
Well, thank you for coming. Well, first of all, how's your day going?
It's good. Well, it's 9 p.m. here, so my day's kind of over.
Oh,
Um, but been actually doing a song in French today, which was quite fun.
you
But
you
I don't speak French, but I've been doing a song in French today, which was really fun. But it probably doesn't make sense to anyone who speaks French.
I'm sure it's going to be like your voice and in French. I just know I'm literally going to be melting. Like I'm going to be into another world. I'm so excited to hear this.
What have you been doing
Like
today? Where are you at the moment?
today, and I had a lab for school,
Oh yeah.
and got that done. I got ready, just like did my hair, did my makeup. I ate, and that's about it. I haven't really done. People are tweeting your lyrics in the comments. That's so cute. Not tweeting. Oh my gosh, comment.
Done
I'm
very
such.
many.
I'm.
There we go.
Would you say so?
Yeah. I've never really done like many live streams, so I don't really know how it works. I think I'm like really new to.
Honestly, like it's a face. Let's just talk to each other. Okay. I have one question to start with. Um, and it's pretty like I'm not gonna go too deep. Like there's like some like heftier questions, but the first one is, what is your songwriting process like? I've always been interested to know.
Um, it sort of changes every time I feel. But most of the time I start with the music, and that always seems to come to me the most easily. And then I kind of try and decide what that feels like and like what the meaning is through the music. But I mean, occasionally I'll get like a lyric that will just come out, and that I'll like it will just have a word in it, and that's like the title of the song or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly it's the music, or I'll like write a paragraph just like on its own, just randomly, because maybe I've just been inspired by something, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. How is it for you? Like, how do you normally write?
Kind of the same thing. Like I'll be playing chords. Actually, it depends because sometimes I'll be playing music and then, like you said, a word will come out and then I'll be like, that is the topic or that's the concept. And
Yeah,
sometimes I'll just be walking around and then I'll think of like a line and then I'll write it down or then I'll go to my piano and try to make like music of it. But
yeah.
it's different every single time. Like I never have like an exact way to write. Um, but yeah, I feel like whatever flows or whatever comes to me in the moment, I'll try to like work with it.
Do you feel like you get inspired by like the place wherever you are, like a city or like the countryside, or like does that change how you write, do you think?
Definitely. Whenever I'm like in LA and I'm looking at like, just like a really beautiful like landscape, I'm always more like my like songs always come out to be a lot more just like light and like beautiful. And then whenever I'm like in the studio with like red lighting, it's just like it gets like really dark and like it definitely changes the vibe. How about you? You said like you get inspired in different cities with like different vibes?
Yeah, I I think like all my early like first album stuff was all like the feeling of it is very like where I grew up, and that's like in it's a place called the New Forest, which is like very wild and beautiful and like hidden away and like very reflective. Whereas all the later stuff is like the themes are all like about missing home because I've been traveling, and like I always draw a lot of inspiration from missing home. I feel like that's quite helpful for me, like to be separated from the place I love.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. Like, and it's so cool to hear that because that you said your first album was in the where was it in New Forest?
The New Forest, which is like it's very magical. It's like horses everywhere, like on the roads, and like
It,
very beautiful.
that, and it sounds like that. The album is like very just like magical and beautiful. So that's actually so cool. Oh, okay. All right. I have another question, if that's okay. Um,
Yeah.
have you had any struggles being a woman in music, especially because I know you started really young. So I'm wondering, did you ever like face any obstacles or just like come like have to face any like barriers or anything like that? Because not only were you a woman in music, you were just like I remember you were very young as well.
Yeah. Um,
Oh
yeah,
shoot, did I
I mean,
freeze?
no, did I freeze?
Oh
Maybe I just like I was just taking your question. I mean, I think like as women, we definitely have experienced like sexism in our lives anyway. But I think I was really lucky because I've had a female manager for most of my career so far, and I think she like preempted a lot of situations and was she was
yeah,
like really careful of who I was in a room with, and she'd like always look up everyone I was going to work with, and so I was always like really protected. And I've worked with so many wonderful male artists and writers and producers who've all been really embracing and sensitive and respectful. But um, I don't know, I've definitely experienced, some things where I've been in a room and I've been the only female and probably, only like 16 or 17 years old, and felt like I've had to really push to make my ideas heard. And, or
yeah.
everybody's looking, sharing their ideas and nobody gives any eye contact to me, or, I've definitely had times like that. But um, I don't know, I feel like I've been quite lucky that I haven't experienced too much of that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I feel the exact same way. Um,
Yeah.
because I started like writing with other people as well when I was very young, and same thing. Like I felt like sometimes my
Yeah.
like thoughts were drowned and or just like overpowered. But just like you, I have two managers, and one of them is a female, and also my sister,
Yeah.
and she was always both of my managers
And
were like really great, like making
mm,
sure that everything was under control and everyone was like, respectful and all these things. But I just hear like lots of like really sad stories and like really scary stories about like just, horrible things happening. And so it's like, you definitely have to like be careful. And I'm just really glad that we had like that good team like surrounding us, especially because we were really young.
yeah, for sure. But I think it's so important to always believe in yourself and your ideas, because I think that can be really intimidating sometimes, to be the only female in a room and to,
One,
just be, yeah, to push for your ideas.
yeah, and I feel like I'm still learning to kind of be really vocal. Most of the time I just like go with the flow and I'm just like, yeah, yeah, whatever. But I always feel like the happiest when I really just like push to like have my ideas be heard, and so that it's like I feel like I walk away from a session or like from a song with my true essence in it and not just what other believe,
Yeah.
like what others believe to be who I am, and
Yeah.
they try to like that. So yeah, I mean, I feel like learning and still working on that, but it's getting better.
Yeah, no, definitely me too. I still am. And yeah, it's just really important. But I think also now it's like, especially on like the new album that I've been working on, it's been quite a different experience to like when I was writing, for the around the first record and second record, and like where I'd only ever really be in sessions with males, and now it's like so different. It's like a lot of the sessions I'm working, it's just with other women, or women producers, and that's really great.
Oh my God. Where'd you find the women producers? I feel like I have had so many sessions and it's been like I think I've worked with one woman producer, and
Yeah.
like so exciting. I was so happy. I was like, oh my goodness, you were such a rare breed. Like, I just like that's what makes me want to push for like women to go into production, into song. I feel like there are more women songwriters, but like especially production. I'm like, oh come on, like I just know that women would like thrive and dominate, and so I'm like, let's go, like wherever you are.
Do you
But
do that yourself? Produce your own music at all?
okay, this is like really random. When I was like 16ish, I would, just because I was always at home, I would have fun with production and I would do it myself. And like one of my songs called My Heart's Great, I had started the production and kind of like done a draft, and then I took it to another producer and he like refined it, and we worked on it to make it better. But ever since then, like, I've always been giving notes on production, and I'll be like, oh, I see the production being in this world and doing this, but I haven't like sat down and produced something. Actually, I've like all my like covers and like a song that I did called Don't Tell Me I'm Pretty, all that stuff I like do at home, but it's not like, refined or anything, but I love it. And I think that one day I will dive into it for sure.
Yeah, I think you should. I mean, I'd really like to do more of it myself. I'm not like the best at knowing how to record myself, but I feel like I need some lessons on how to use like Pro Tools and I'm okay on Logic, but I don't know how to use at all. But yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure you'll definitely get into it. I mean, this whole like with quarantining, I had to learn how to like properly record my own vocals and comp them. And so I feel like I've been able to touch on that a lot more because there's no one else that can do it. But I think I've learned
Also,
like a lot of valuable lessons over this past year. So who knows what will happen in the future? Oh no. Is she frozen or am I frozen? I can't tell.
oh, I
Oh,
think we had a
sorry, you
free.
disappeared.
I think you disappeared. Wait, are you back? I can't work out if you're back or not because it just keeps.
Am I back?
Yeah, I think you're back. Is that working?
Okay. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, we're good.
They've been
Tell us in the comments if you guys can hear us. No. I think it's good though. I think we're back on track.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's good. Um,
Yeah.
so question. What advice do you have for up and coming women in music?
Um, I mean, I think we've kind of already sort of talked about it, but I think like the most important thing is like to believe in yourself, which sounds really cheesy, but I think it's so important to push for an idea if you feel like it's good, and to also remember that you know what's best for your music, and
Hmm.
I think also to like surround yourself with people who believe in you and who can understand your vision and can push you forwards and support you is really important as well.
Hmm. I agree completely. And yeah, just keep being your amazing self and like
Yeah.
don't let yeah, like don't let people like, drown out. I feel like I hear so many stories of like even sometimes for me I feel like it can be hard to just really stick to your vision and like stand your ground because there's so many opinions and so many people trying to shape you to something. I don't think it's
Yeah.
ever with malicious, and I think it's like everyone has an idea and everyone wants to, everyone's excited. They want to relay their ideas, but you need to really like stick to your guns. And I feel like I'm still just starting with everything, so I have a long ways to go. But I've just like in the past few years, I've definitely learned that like like standing your ground and believing in
Yeah.
yourself. Good, because sometimes you're like, oh,
Yeah.
what if I said or I don't know. No, it is
Yeah.
good. It is good. You are good. You're
Yeah. It's really easy to doubt yourself though. It's like, yeah. But yeah, it's really important. What are like some of the artists that have inspired your music, do you think?
gosh.
Like Who did you listen to growing up?
Lady Gaga was one of
Oh
them.
yeah,
Like I had Lady Gaga on repeat. Like I still
I
do.
can
I'm
voice.
obsessed with Gaga. Hmm?
I can hear that in your voice. Like your voice is so rich and like strong and powerful, which is like, yeah, I can hear that influence.
I love Gaga. I love Beyonce, Rihanna, um, Ariana. Just like everyone who was just like super like such a boss, and their voices were just really like distinct and strong. I loved listening to even you. Like I listened to you. Like, I'm not even just saying like because we're doing a live. I genuinely listen to your music, and I like your songwriting inspiring to me. I'm being dead serious. Just like you're just people who had a very strong message and you could just feel how genuine they were through their music. Those are the people that really inspired me growing up. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No,
How about you?
there's. Um, I mean, I kind of had such a like mix of different music when I was growing up because my mum is a concert pianist, and so she always loved classical music, and she didn't always really like everything like my dad would play. So it was like I was kind of like somewhere in the middle where I'd just like be playing classical music, and then like it was like the Beatles or like ABBA and like George Michael. Um, it was like such a random like list of people that I would listen to, and but I think like the people I really loved were like Tracy Chapman was like one of like I just used to listen to that album over and over, the one with Fast Car, and I love that so much. I love the songwriting. Um,
It's good.
yeah, yeah, she's so amazing, and I don't know who else like. Um, I mean, now like on the new album, I've been really inspired by Joni Mitchell. Like I'm such a huge fan of hers, but that was only a really recent thing, and I don't really know why. I just like yeah.
No, these are like these artists are like you said it was like random, but I think taking inspiration from all these different artists like is bound to make like when you feel inspired by a bunch of different music and a bunch of different genres, it's bound to
Yeah,
be the outcome because you have yourself and all these other inspirations. So that's what
yeah.
makes you like Birdy, and no one else sounds like you because that's the beauty of it. So I think it's really cool that you listen to all these different artists growing up.
Yeah, well, I can always hear like little bits, or if I listen to a new artist or like some new music, I like then the next like kind of batch of songs I write, I'll be like, oh, I can hear like I kind of stole that a little bit, like
No, I do the same thing. Literally, I started more like I started listening to a lot more rap music, and
oh,
I'm
cool.
not gonna like become a rap artist because like, I just could not. Like, but like I'll just like even like the flow of some things or like how I word some certain things or even the concepts like it's like starts to like trickle into my songwriting. But it brings me to somewhere new that I've never been before. So it's
Yeah,
cool.
like it feeds the songwriting. Kind of
Oh
need to
no.
like keep discovering new music. Oh no, is it
Oh, you
frozen again? Oh no. Is it? It's probably because I'm like always moving around. I've just noticed like the whole video you've been really still, and I've been like going like moving so
no,
much.
no, I know because like I have like 2 square feet to work with. So like I can't really go anywhere. Otherwise pacing. I love like moving and talking, but I literally can't. I mean like going from wall to wall. Oh no, I think
Oh,
you're
this
like you're free.
okay. Wait, I'm gonna stay still because I think that's probably why it keeps freezing because I keep moving. Right. Yeah.
I think people are saying you're back in the comments. But I want to see if I have one more question. I'm gonna ask. Do you have a like a songwriting like vibe? You like? Is there a certain food you like to eat, or like, is there something you like to do before you write, or is it something that makes you feel more comfortable, or anything like that?
Mm, I don't know. I mean, I definitely can't write, like, if I'm sad about something, I can't write
Yeah.
about it. Like, I can't write about that straight away. Like, I need to wait, like, at least, I don't know, like 2 weeks or something, or maybe longer for it to, like, process. And then I find that's when all the, like, ideas come out. And, but I don't know, like, most of the time I tend to write at, like 4 in the morning, and that's like, I don't know. I find it really hard to make myself go to sleep before 2 a.m. And yeah,
Oh,
so most nights I end up just up and I'm like writing into the night. But I don't know about food. I don't know what food helps me write. Um, like maybe pasta is like my favorite food. That always makes me in a good mood. Hey, what about you? How do you write?
honestly, I keep getting shocked because we have so many similarities with like our environment and how we write. But I'm the same way. I don't sleep early. It's really hard for me to sleep early, and that's when my best ideas come out, just like randomly in the middle of the night. I'll just hear something in my head, and then I'll be like, "Oh, like I want to do this." And I like to just have like water next to me, or just like little snacks, just so I can like snack on it while I'm working. But other than that, yeah, the nighttime works like really well for me as well. Really well for me as well. Mm. I don't, sometimes I'm like, I'm speaking and then I'm like, it makes sense, but it could have been worded a lot better.
No, I'm myself talk so much. I'm like, yeah, I find that really difficult. I much would prefer to just like sing through life than ever have to talk.
Me too. I have to talk. I'm like, I don't know how to do this. It's not working. I, especially like quarantining, I forgot how to like talk in general. I'm like,
Yeah, like seeing people again, you're like, I don't know how, I don't know how to speak to you. Um,
yeah.
it's quite, yeah, strange, isn't it?
Sorry, what were you saying?
I was just saying it's like really weird. I've like become really like like when I have to work in London, I'm like in my flat alone for like a few days because I don't want to see anyone, and then I go home to my family. And so it's like the few days that I'm alone, I'm like really weird when I get back because I've like not talked to anyone.
Honestly, I have so many things like in common with just the way that we are. Like I so annoying. I'm like, yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. I do that too. Actually, I do. Like I don't want to be like weird or annoying, but I for real relate to like all of this. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think if I have anything else I wanted to ask you. Like I have so many questions in my head.
Where are you right now? Are you in Los Angeles? I have no idea where you are actually.
I'm
Just
I'm
in
in Canada.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, because I think someone had
Have you
told me
ever
that's
toured?
where you're from. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was
Say that
saying
again.
I'm so have you toured in Canada before?
Yes, I have. I've been to Montreal, and I've been to Toronto, which were amazing. But not a lot. Like I think that was like one trip we did, and the rest of it was in America. And um,
Amazing. I'm in Winnipeg right now, which is like central. I don't know I don't know if you've ever toured here, but it's like the middle of Canada. Um, it's pretty like empty.
what is like? Is it a big city there, or is that
So,
countryside? Oh, it is.
um,
Sorry.
population Winnipeg. I'm gonna tell you. It says 749,000. It's like
Okay.
big. I grew up in a town of like, let me see, uh, of like 3,000 people. I grew up in a town like really small. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, yeah, so I had so much free time to work on music.
Yeah, that's
There was
good
really
as
nothing.
well.
Did you grow up in London?
No, no, I'm the same as you. I grew up in a really small town. Um, and
As
like,
well.
yeah, I think that's why it's, well, you froze.
So sorry.
You froze. Can
Can you hear me?
you hear me?
Yes. I hear you. I'm sorry. I got a phone call and then it like took up my whole screen.
Oh, I'm so glad that I didn't do this. I was gonna do this in the countryside, and I think we would have had no chance. This is like, this is, yeah.
Well, thank you for doing this. It's been so amazing talking to you and like learning more about you. Guys, if you don't know Birdy, which I'm sure you already do, but go check out her music, go check out her voice. I swear to you, like you will not regret it. It's one of a kind. And she has a new song, Loneliness, out now, so go listen to that and just go listen to all her music. Like literally all of it. Every single one. And you will fall in love with her just like I have and like I can't stress this enough. Go listen to her music right now. Right
Thank,
after go listen to her music.
thank you so much for having me, and like it's been so amazing to talk to you, and also thank you for doing such a beautiful cover of Loneliness. I loved it so much, and like hearing your voice, it was so strong and like beautiful, and it's really
thank,
moving. So thank you so much.
thank you for your cover. It was you really put your own spin on it. It was gorgeous and I'm gonna have it on repeat for the rest of my life. So
It was really beautiful. Yeah.
have yourself an amazing night and I can't wait to speak to you again.
Thanks. Lots of love. Bye.
Bye. Guys, I'm serious. Go listen to her music. I'm not getting off this live until you guys go and listen to her music. I'm dead serious. Go listen to it. It's amazing. Oh my gosh. What a sweetie. Like she's so sweet and that was a lot of fun.